the idea is to hold home court, so how good really are the Pacers against the Heat?
Pacers said before the season they thought the difference could be home court against the Heat. Then the Pacers went out and earned it during the regular season, but they would squander it with a loss there on Tuesday against Miami. Eastern Conference Finals, Game 2. Indiana in control from the start against Miami in Game 1, but the last 10 times the Heat lost a playoff game, they came back to win the next one. Let's see what happened in this one. We'll go to the second quarter. Heat down 4. Dwayne Wade finds a lane. Look at that. Knows Roy Hibbert is coming for the shot block, so he throws it up high off the glass and gets the roll. Heat down 2, though. A few plays later, James posted up on Lance Stevenson, and he gets the layup. Heat up 31-27, part of an 8-0 Heat run. Remember, they started slowly in Game 1 and never really caught up. Paul George struggling. Gets blocked by Chris Anderson, who had 12 rebounds in this game, played a big part of the story. George misses there. 1 for 11 shooting in the first half. Ties a career low. Is that bad?
It's not good.
4 for 16 for the game. So now 0.1 seconds to play in the half off the inbounds play. All you can do is tap it in. You can't catch and shoot, so all Lance Stevenson does is tap it in. Great play by Stevenson, up and over everybody. Pacers down 4 at the half. You may remember no lead changes in Game 1 because Indy led all the way. 21 lead changes in this game. Stevenson playing like a man possessed. Shortly after, West, give it back to him. Stevenson with a great cut. West with a nice pass. Pacers up 57-54. And then a few plays later, Stevenson going from inside to outside. 2 for 4 on threes. In this game, he wound up with a playoff career high, tied a playoff career high with 25 points. Pacers up 60-54. So we go fourth quarter now. George strips the ball away from Wade, dives onto the floor for the loose ball. Both of them stay down after the play. Here's George on how he felt after that hit. Wade's knee hit his head.
I blacked out, and, I was blurry. I was blurry to end the whole game off. If I finish this game, I'll be all right.
Through 3 quarters, James and Wade just all right. James with 10 points, Wade with 13. Here's Frank Vogel with Doris Burke on what to expect in the fourth quarter.
In relative terms, a quiet night from LeBron. What do you anticipate from him in the fourth?
We're going to try to take over the game. We know that.
Well, at least he knew what was coming. James would play big down the stretch. Heat down 3, give and go with Anderson, and it's gone. James scored 6 straight points. Heat down 1. Next Heat possession, Wade to James. He's fouled before West before the shot, and that looked a whole lot worse than it actually was. Hard foul, but it's the playoffs, and ruled a common foul after the review. After 2 made free throws, the Heat up 76-75 and on a 12-2 run. 3:25 to play. Pacers down 3. James says, give me that. He misses. Now, Wade said he noticed James didn't have his usual explosion that he usually finishes those, but Wade there to put it back. 10 in the fourth for Wade. 12 in the fourth for James as he finds Wade backdoor and slams the door on the Pacers. Wade and James scored or assisted on every Heat point in the fourth. Miami by 4. Science says, Neil, that Heat rises.
Yeah.
And so does Miami after a playoff loss. That's 11 straight times that they've come back to win after falling short in the playoffs. They shot 51% after they gave up 107 points in Game 1. They reduced that by 24 in Game 2. Now, for the Pacers, it's the 3rd time this postseason that they've squandered home court in the first 2 games of the series. Of course, they won the previous 2 series. This one now even Steven at a game apiece thanks to Miami's superstars at the end.
Tonight was one of those nights, once again, where we was making plays, finding guys, and also finding each other, finding a good rhythm with, with the ball in our hands. So, we don't know that we're doing those things, but we just try to make plays and do whatever it takes to help our team win.
That's why this team was put together, to have guys like that to make sure when we get to the second, third, and fourth situations, it's either LeBron or Dwayne coming off a screen, coming off a pin down, or having a one-on-one opportunity to make some big shots.
And that's what we envision, having 2 guys that is able to, be dynamic, at the same time. And it doesn't happen all game, but, fourth quarters and all moments. Like you said, we're just making what plays we feel is right. Obviously, I always know what number 6 is on the floor, and he always know why I'm on the floor as well.
So James and Wade outscored the Pacers together 22-20 in the fourth quarter. First time since Game 2 of the 2012 Eastern Conference semifinals against the Pacers that they each scored in double figures in the fourth quarter of a playoff game.
There are teams with all-stars. Not many teams have superstars. That was the difference, especially in the fourth quarter. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade combined for 22 of the total 25 points scored by the Miami Heat, outscoring the Pacers themselves. Their team scored only 20. Wade was 5 for 5. Also quality minutes from Norris Cole off the bench. Defensively against Lance Stevenson, who was pretty much having his way through the first 3 quarters. Chris Anderson had 12 rebounds, inserted Udonis Haslem into the starting lineup, played quality minutes as well. The Miami Heat should be feeling good going home.
No idea that we're doing that until we hear it after the game. We're just out playing. We believe, it doesn't matter who's, whatever the ball in each other's hand, we're going to make the right play for not only ourselves, but for our team.
That's what we want, when we came here, and that's what we envisioned, having 2 guys that is able to, be dynamic, at the same time. And, we're just making what plays we feel is right. Obviously, I always know what number 6 is on the floor, and he always know why I'm on the floor as well.
When they're playing well like that, we go well like that. So when they went on that run, it was much needed. And that's why they're the $100 million guys.
Watching James and Wade dissect the Pacers with such surgical precision, it's easy to forget that when this team was formed 4 years ago, it was often at its worst in endgame situations. Wade recalled the 2011 finals against the Mavericks. We had the lead in every game, he said, but we panicked. Their Game 2 win in this hostile house of Hoosier horrors is a testament to their growth. In Indianapolis, Mark Schwartz, ESPN.
Saw Norris Cole in there. He was a big part of this game. You know about Wade and James. You heard about the hero Cat? How about the unsung hero Bird? We're going next level on the Heat's adjustment to play Chris Anderson 29 minutes, his most in the playoff game with Miami. Outscored the Pacers by 25 points when Anderson was on the court Tuesday, while being outscored by a whopping 21 points when they sat him out. Let's check in with the Countdown crew now. Here's Sage Steele.
Heat get the big win on the road and even this series up. But for some reason, Bill Simmons is a little bit concerned, and I'm wondering why.
Tad concerned and a little intrigued. Well, I thought Miami played great in Game 2. Defense was the best it could be. Wade and LeBron were great down the stretch, 22 points. And yet they were down 3 with 5 minutes left. They really, really had to dig deep to win that game. And I think that's a concern because they knew they had 3 days rest heading into Game 3. Now it's going to be every other day. I'm not sure they can get to that level 3 more times. I think maybe they can do 2. They're going to need some help from Indiana. I don't know if there's going to be another game where David West plays that badly. That's the closer for Indiana. He just stunk tonight. So, yeah, a little bit of sign of concern for Miami long term.
To me, it's Indiana's offensive efficiency. Sage, you know that Miami is going to play swarming defense at home. In Game 1, Miami was soft defensively, and Indiana took advantage. They scored 107 points. You had 15 for 24 for George and David West. Tonight, they were 9 of 32, only 83 points. The team shoots 40%. Can Indiana get something off their bench? But those 2 guys are going to be critical to see if Indiana can score enough points on the road to beat this Miami team.
It was all-stars for the Pacers versus superstars for the Miami Heat, and that's what you need when you're playing on the road. Now going home, the role players start to play better. I don't see Chalmers having another game with 5 turnovers. Ray Allen going 1 for 5. Birdman came off the bench, 12 rebounds. He was terrific. Norris Cole defending Lance Stevenson, showing his versatility, even knocked down a 3-point shot. Haslem inserted into the starting lineup. That's what the Pacers got to fear if the role players get going at home.
And most teams do play better at home, but in particular, this Heat team, when Indiana in particular comes to town, very good. 6-1 against Indiana and Miami over the past 2 seasons. We'll see if that continues. Game 3, a big one, Saturday night, 8:30 Eastern in Miami. We will see you there.